The FCC wants to stop the sale of thermal and LiDAR drones, but nobody's coming for your drone. That's the good news. Now, if you've spent the last several weeks watching the headlines, the FCC bans LiDAR, that rolling across your feed, take a breath, okay? I'm Damon Darnell, the Drone Boss. And in the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna go over what this proposal actually does and what it doesn't do. And there is one critical move that you can make about it before September 2nd. So let's cover the facts first and then the action. So on July 21st, the FCC opened PS Docket 26-189. It published in the Federal Register on August 3rd, and that's when the clock started ticking. So here's the plain English version. The FCC is asking for public comment on whether it should stop the continued importation and marketing of certain foreign-made drones and their components that are already on the covered list, the ones it wants to classify as military grade. And it's not defining that by brand, it's defining it by capability, or more so sensors. Thermal imagery, LiDAR, docking stations, sprayers, 55-pound and up, these type of aircraft that could potentially carry defense articles and also swarms. So let's go back to the first two, a thermal sensor and a LiDAR sensor. Okay, those are sensors on a huge share of not only the recreational drones that we're flying, but inspection, roof utility, mapping work that's being flown in this country right now every day. That's real work on creating real invoices, helping real businesses and real people. And that's why this matters. Not to mention the hundreds of thousands of consumer drones that are out there and people are enjoying, like the DJI Neo 2, the Mini 5 Pro, the Air 3S. Hobbyists and recreational flyers are included, and everybody is affected, potentially. Now, one more word that you need to understand in the FCC language is marketing. It isn't just advertising, it covers advertising, distribution, sales, and lease. And now the part that most headlines skipped. It's about import and sale. It's not about flying. The FCC says so in its own notice. The proposed prohibition would not affect the continued use, operation, or flying of equipment that somebody already owns or has purchased. Okay, so hear me on this. This is just a proposal, it's not a rule. And historically, if and when a rule is ever finally passed, it's usually radically different than the initial proposal. So keep that in mind, things are most likely gonna change. Now, a quick note. Before I go on, I'm just a drone pilot. I'm not your attorney, okay? This is just a summary and not legal advice. So read the notice yourself, okay? There is one thing you can do, and here's the thing that you can actually control before September 2nd, and it's file a comment. Now, I know how that sounds and what you're thinking. My comment won't matter, but it does, and here's why it does. This is a proceeding with a record. The commission has to work through what's in that record before it can take any final action. Not what's trending on social media, not the angry thread, the actual file. And right now, unfortunately, that file is mostly lawyers, manufacturers, and trade groups. The people actually flying recreationally, having fun with their drone, flying with their LiDAR and thermal sensors, and flying missions for a living are barely in it. Now, you're not outvoting anybody. You're handing them evidence nobody else in the room has. What you fly, how much you enjoy it, and for you commercial operators, what it earns you, the impact it has on your family and community, and how you have no equivalent US replacement options currently. And then what are the next best replacement costs? And can you even justify it or afford it? And then how long does it take to actually get one? And which of your clients lose service in the meantime? This is exactly what the FCC asked for, and you're one of the only people who can answer it. So, one thing to know before you file, an FCC filing, it is public record. Your name and address gets published. So if you'd rather not have your home address on file, then file under your business. Now, I know what you're thinking. I don't know what to say, and I don't want you to go stare at a blank text box. So I built a free 10-minute FCC comment kit. 3 fill-in-the-blank templates, one for recreational flyers, one for Part 107 small businesses, and one for public safety folks and people supporting them. doing mapping and things like that. It comes with a free report on the whole proposal too. The facts and the 4 keys that I come back to whenever this industry gets loud. Believe me, I've been doing this for over 30 years and this is a cycle. Both free links are in the description and also pinned at the top of the comments. Go grab it, fill in your numbers, file it, save your confirmation number, and then close this tab and get back to flying and having fun, or get back to work and making money with that little cash machine in the air. Remember, do what you can with what you have. Don't awfulize, and go out and have fun and make some money. Till next time, you take care and fly safe. Bye for now.